Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of The Vote. I am your humble host, Hante, and today I'm interviewing a very interesting candidate, an aspiring candidate for the president position for this forthcoming general elections, MUSU, Mr. Joseph Ngandwe, and Ichipani. Mr. Joseph, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So, as we quickly dive into your interview, you mind telling us a brief just history of yourself in this politics?
Thank you so much. Greetings, everyone. My name is Joseph Ngandwe, former Vice President, Ichipani President, and your presidential candidate for these forthcoming elections. Let me just run you through my history in terms of politics at this institution. So I joined politics when I was in second year. By the way, I'm in fourth year doing civil engineering. So in second year, I joined politics and I contested for the position of Prime Minister. There, it wasn't in my favor. I came out as a runner-up. I was second in those elections, but that wasn't the end. I continued pushing for the welfare of students, and in the previous elections, I contested for Prime Minister again, but due to some challenges that were there, elections were postponed and they called for fresh nominations. That's how I chose to upgrade. I contested for Vice President and God willingly, the elections were in my favor and I won as Vice President. Currently, as I'm speaking, I successfully served as Vice President and I'm a former Vice President now heading into the most important elections.
So Mr. Joseph, that's a very powerful introduction, really, because it shows the consistency that you've had in these elections. Having the first and second year not being successful, but you still ran for the same position the other time, and then due to, as not explained, you ended up being vice president, right? So, any main reasons why you are actually contesting as president now? Because, of course, you served as vice president, but what is the main key that is really telling you to serve as president?
Thank you so much for that question. It's a very important question. A person like me is rarely seen talking because I believe in actions. But this time around, I like this platform because it is making my voice to be heard to the people. And I would like to mention this to everyone. I'm a person who has really been a pillar for this union. After I was just quiet because I wanted my ministries to be relevant. Most of the things I pushed for was just behind the scenes because I only had 4 roles according to the constitution. The first one, I was deputizing the president when he's not around. The second one, I was a member of the University Council. The third one, I was a member of the University Senate. And the last one, I used to perform any duty as delegated by the president. Having those very few roles, I managed to do a lot of things that no vice president has ever done in the history of MUSU. And I believe when given a platform with a lot of roles, like president, I'm going to do a lot of things just like I did, more than I did as vice president.
So Mr. Joseph, quickly just highlight one of the achievements that you did as vice president, just one that the students are going to see and point and say, that's Joseph's achievement.
Thank you so much. Actually, it's not one, but I can go as much as possible explaining the things I did. I did quite a number of things because I'm a person who multitasks. The first one, all along when I was in third year, during my predecessor's tenure, deferred exams were removed. People never used to sit for deferred exams. And I used to push the predecessors to push for that. But when I came in power as vice president and as a senator, I represented that issue very well. I advocated for deferred exams to be reinstated, and it was a success. Right now, as I'm speaking, There are people who will be graduating because they were able to write deferred exams.
Brilliant. I think that one I attest. Right, I have a friend that also benefited from the Fed exams, and you see, it's because there are no platforms where people get to understand who really did make these things happen. And all credit to you that we are now having deferred exams coming through. So, Mr. Joseph, what's your vision for the students now as president? What's your vision for the students? Because previously you had to push those that were that the president then to actually get to achieve this. So what's your vision as president now? And in a brief moment, just give us at least three key manifesto points that you have for us.
All right. Thank you so much. As a president, I want inclusivity. We have 3 campuses: Town Campus, Main Campus, and Livingstone Campus. So firstly, before I go any further, I would like to make mention to you that I'm the person who spearheaded the amendment of the Constitution. And by amending the Constitution, I mean that Constitution is bringing more representation in terms of leadership at Livingstone. That's inclusivity. One, that's my mission. I want every campus of this institution to feel part and parcel of being Mulungushi.
Mr. Ngande Joseph, you've already mentioned one point, which is
Inclusivity of all the campuses.
Of all the campuses, yes. So kindly drive us through the other two key points.
Thank you so much for the question. The second one is academic advocacy. I will push for reasonable scheduling of lecture timetables. You can't be having classes from 7 hours to 19 hours. You need to eat and refresh both you and the lecturers. In that same context, academic advocacy, we talk about examination fairness. There is no way someone has written an exam, then later on you find that the results are missing. For what? We need to exercise zero tolerance when it comes to missing results. There should be examination fairness. Then, lastly but not the least, financial relief. We need to advocate for more bursaries and scholarships, just like we've been doing when I was vice president. I will make sure that I advocate for more bursaries, more scholarships, and I advocate for more flexibility when it comes to examination threshold. I would like to tell you that I'm a proud vice president. I advocated for everyone to write exams as long as they are registered, and I want that to continue.
Those are very, very powerful points. Some which I didn't even know were enacted by you, really. And in a previous interview where we interviewed your endorsed education and academic minister, she had also stressed points of zero tolerance towards missing results. And I see that there's already unity in the party. And it's an impressive thing to see, really, from us as students, to know that the president and the other ministerial roles are going to be working together for a just cause, isn't it? Yes. So quickly, as we wrap up, in the interest of time, Mr. Ngande, in light that the administration gets to reject your demands, what's next for the students?
All right, thank you so much. So I'm a person who has this vision. We need to build a campus where every student voice is heard, where every dream of the student finds a path, and where every challenge and problem meets a solution. I believe I've created a lot of relationships, both at management level, country level, and also worldwide. I've created those relationships with the stakeholders that are able to come in whenever students' welfare is concerned. And I believe in a right way of resolving things. If management fails, it's high time we engage the people who are above them, or all those stakeholders have put in place, so that the interest of the student is served. Believe me, under my tenure, there will never be a time where a challenge doesn't meet its solution, because I already have the right tools to use when it comes to that.
it's just because we are running out of time, Joseph. You are very insightful. Your vision is ahead, quite clear. I would have loved to ask more. So, as we conclude, any words that you have for the students? Maybe something free you can tell them for them to vote, or yeah, anything like that.
Thank you so much. So this is a person who has served as vice president, and there is already experience, and there is already a concrete foundation. The foundation is very strong. We are going to build on that, and we are going to make sure that we serve your interest unlike our personal gain. I would like to tell you that this is a collective ambition. It's not my ambition. It is a collective. So I want you to stand with me, walk with me, and let's win this together. Support Ichipani. Everyone you see in a red necktie and a black suit, those are the people I've trusted to work with you. You support me, you have to support the people that I can work with effectively. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ngando Joseph. It has been it has been a pleasure having you on this show. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Students, the MUSU elections are coming on the 9th of May 2025. Get to vote. That vote counts. I have been your humble host, Hante. See you on the next episode. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.